Hello once again. So I'm getting into the home stretch of buttoning up my lower end, and the oil pickup tube and oil pan and gasket next on that list. So looking at my pickup tube, it has a little O-ring that goes in this groove that seals it to the oil pump right here. And this gasket was a little bit squashed out, kind of flat. So I figured I'd just buy a new one. I don't think you want to use a regular O-ring because this is right in the oil pan, so it's going to get 200 something degrees, and I don't think a typical O-ring is good for that temp. So I bought a GM O-ring. It's definitely fatter, plumper. See it? It's not squashed out from years of use. Actually bought two of them. There's a spare. And it's a GM number 901 90637, which I believe I got from either Amazon or Rock Auto, and they were like $5 a piece, but hey, whatever. So before you put the oil pickup tube on, which fastens with a clamp and a bolt right here, they're fastened through here, the side of the block, like that. Pulls the tube on. The oil pan witness tray has to be addressed. Now, this is the one I was using. I bought this when GM was still selling this stuff. I haven't checked, but I'm gonna bet they don't sell them anymore. This is a rubber gasket embossed onto the pan or sealed onto the pan, whatever you want to call it. It's part of the witness tray. You can't get it off. So this is beautiful. I don't remember what it cost, but I had a friend who worked at a Chevy dealer and he hooked me up with GM parts. Maybe a part number in here somewhere. I have to scour it, but I'm going to go out on a limb that says not available any longer. Oh, here you go, right there. It's something that says 263446. But we do a little judicious cleaning and hunting. I bet you can find this number. Hang on a second. Maybe it's still available. I'll have to check that out later. That would be sweet. 932-68446. If you can find that new, that'd be sweet. But you can see mine's a little beat up. The gasket is, broken right there. There's a spot right here that's fractured a little bit. Piece right here, big chunk that got beat. And right here is deformed. Right here it's torn. I ran this thing with the aluminum European oil pan the whole time I had it in my car, and I'm sure it's seeped here and there because I don't think I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that this pan gasket wasn't made to go with the Euro oil pan, the aluminum oil pan, because it has flat rails. This is a stock oil pan, it's just stamped sheet metal, nothing special about it at all. It does have the embossed pan rail to suck up the rubber gasket. The one I was using, there's my car. The one I was using is this one. I got it from my buddy Steph over in England. It's off some manner of Vauxhall, I'm sure. It's GM part number right there for you. 902983111. You can look it up if you want to. It's got a hole here for a sensor, I think. Someone welded this oil return in here at one point, which I didn't need, but it's just an aluminum pan. Nothing special about it that I know of. I mean, it's aluminum. It's got a little angle to it. And you can see it's not flat. I'm not sure what chassis it's for. Again, probably a Vauxhall. It's a cool piece where it's got, aluminum fins. You get a little bit of cooling, but how much did it really help? Probably minimal. I just thought it was cool because of aluminum, dissipates heat faster, but there's probably nothing wrong with the stamped steel pan. I never did a comparison to see if the sump was bigger or smaller. I'm assuming they're all the same. I don't know. So anyway, I can try to hunt down another one of these, which may or may not be available, or I have an old windage tray that I took the gasket off of, which is a real pain in the ass because, like I said, they're glued to it, embossed to it, whatever you want to call it. And what Felpro does is they give you this gasket that is basically it's like a big condom. It's slit, and you slide it over the windage tray like that. Which is, I just did it to model it. That's how you're supposed to do it. I was never crazy about this because it's kind of thin. And I just figure it's going to squash it out at the holes and rip it maybe, but I don't know. It's what they sold back in the day. They still sell it. But what I found recently was that Molly, who I believe either they own Victor or Victor owns them, vice versa, I don't really care. They sell this gasket set. It's 2 cork gaskets with metal in between. I haven't opened it yet. Maybe I should. Let's do an unboxing. Ta-da! Hang on a second. I probably should have pre-sliced this guy so I was ready for my big video debut. But be that as it may. So there it is, slid out, and I can feel, yeah, there's something going on here. It's not just cork. It's let's see if I can get a picture of it. Oh yeah, it's cork with some kind of metal in between and cork. So what you would do is lay one on the block, lay the winch tray down, and then lay one on for the pan. So it's thick. I mean, they're probably, oh, I don't know. It's not quite a 1/4 inch, but it's all of 3/16, maybe a smidge more. So I may go with this time around with the sheet metal pan. I don't know yet. It is kind of fugly, but I mean, I give it a quick sandblast and paint it. I don't know. I'll check the threads in my drain plug too to make sure they're not massacred. So I'm going to crossroads here which way to go. I can't put the filler tube in until the winch tray is on. Sorry about that. So that's kind of where I stand. But anyway, that's an in-depth look at what's available for sealing these things. I think those are the 2 big options. I mean, there may be another gasket out there I'm not aware of, but I think that one, the GM one, is the best one. I'm going to see if I can get one of those. If not, I will probably go to this Victor Rhines deal. Those are wicked cheap. They're like $4 too. Yes, I'm in Massachusetts. We say wicked a lot. Sorry. This rubber one has got to work, right? I felt pro wouldn't sell it, I guess. I mean, it's still, you know, it's a little thin, but, you know, maybe 100 thousandths each side. You can glue the crap out of it and hope it works, I guess. I mean, the pan is easy enough to pull off in the car. I'd really rather not, you know, have that joy, but I'm getting older and I'm getting to the let's do it once and do it forever kind of thing in my life. But let me research this winch tray, see if it's still available. And if it is, I might buy one. And if it's not, I'll let you know in the next video what I decided to do. Till then, hang loose, have fun.